Um, Actually, it began as a joke initially. I moved to London about a year and a half ago. I left my home, my family, my friends, and came here to study, following my dreams. And I guess that at some point, probably due to me missing my family every now and then, my creative imagination gave birth to a character of a Jewish mother. And I guess she was my parodic version of the typical Jewish mother that you probably know. And she had a very rough Israeli accent that I promise to demonstrate later. And she popped into my life in different situations and commenting on whatever has been said or done, or making suggestions and helping me make decisions, and complaining a lot, like every good Jewish mother. And yeah, I was having fun with this. And at some point, I decided to share her existence with my best friend, because you know every character needs an audience at some point. And that went really well. I mean, those little monologues of this mother began to build and accumulate into a whole life story. And I discovered that she had a son, and that this son is the center of her life, more or less. And and I've been improvising those monologues while speaking to my friend, or sometimes just all by myself. And one day, one of those monologues, while actually, literally while speaking it, I realized that this one is a funeral speech, and that it's the funeral of her son, and that he died as a soldier in the battle, like as a soldier, like every boy and girl in Israel has to once they are 18 years old. And that left me emotionally distressed, I guess, and troubled, because I was surprised. This character was initially was a joke, as I said. It was meant to just be a comic relief. So where did that come from all of a sudden? Experiencing the peaceful life in London made me aware of the extent of death that I've been facing on almost a daily basis in Israel. I mean, not necessarily as dead bodies in the streets, but more as the potential of death, which is always and constantly present there. And you don't even realize it, but once you step out of it for a little while, you understand it. And life in a country like Israel sometimes can demand extremely emotional skills, almost acrobatic, I'd say, because you have to be able to skip and stretch and balance basically between birthdays and funerals. I mean, one moment you can be at home stroking your little child, wearing pajamas and singing a lullaby to them. And on the other moment, you can be a sentry in a military base wearing uniform, army uniform, and aiming your rifle towards a stranger, demanding them to stop and identify themselves. And those extremely contrasting circumstances put a lot of pressure, like an immense amount of pressure on everyone without even realizing it. And I think that also it makes you really value life and strive to live the best out of the most out of it. In my monodrama Knock Knock, I intend to explore this close relationship between life and death. And I'm going to do it through the eternal and very unique bond of mothers and sons. And I hope to fuse elements from physical theatre and spoken monologues to create a vivid, joyful, funny, intriguing, and moving piece. And this is where I'm going to need your support. And every bit of help will be very, very appreciated.